Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to K.O.W. And it's Sunday night, which means it's time for some Sunday night showdowns, and we've got a huge lineup of matches tonight. And as you may or may not remember, just last week on the last episode of Sunday Showdowns, it was Clayton Cross who challenged David Bowe in a one-on-one contest, and it was there that David Bowe would prevail over Clayton Cross. And of course, that would be that. And so Adam Mays then went to Twitter and said that the number one contender beating a member of a tag team is nothing special. And so then that caused all three members of the Stupidity crew to begin firing back with a lot of different responses, but ultimately it would end in Adam Mays saying, hey, if you want to talk all that trash, face me in the ring and I will prove to you that beating a member of a tag team one-on-one is nothing. And so Marty Wellz was, I guess, the one chosen by his team to perhaps come out and shut up the champion, also known as the Infinite Champion. And so Marty Wellz looks to make a statement. Perhaps pinning and beating the Infinite Champion tonight could make an interesting statement. I mean, who knows? Maybe General Manager Sherman will put him into the match in some sort of way at Clash of Immortals, or perhaps even open some eyes back onto the Stupidity crew. As you may or may not remember, Friday, the Stupidity crew challenged for the number one contendership to the tag team titles, with the former number one contenders no longer able to compete. And they unfortunately were upset by the Zack boys, but it does not matter because they still performed very well in that match, and I'm sure people are still looking at them as potential future tag champions, but every victory further pushes the possibility of becoming champion. And so, huge match to open up our show tonight. The Infinite Champion Adam Mays takes on Marty Wellz 1-on-1. And here we go. Oh, big super kick from Adam Mays right out the gate. And now picks up Marty Wellz. And he's got him up. And hangs him up. And now picking him up again. And sends him into the corner. Sends him out of the corner. Goes to the second rope. And a big shove to the ground with a knee to the back. And a big uppercut. Goes for the pin off the uppercut. One. Only one count on Marty Wellz. And now it is Marty Wellz firing back. And a huge DDT. Huge DDT by Marty Wellz. And now picks up Adam Mays. But it's Adam Mays who counters Marty Wellz. And now perhaps looking for a big suplex back into the ring. Rolls him over, goes for the pin off the suplex. One. Only a one count. And perhaps now Adam Mays is beginning to see why beating the Stupidity crew, or a member of the Stupidity crew, is easier said than done. Oh, huge knee to the head. And now picks up the Infinite Champion. Oh, big jawbreaker. And the Infinite Champion, big clothesline into the corner. And now picks him up and slams him down for a big power bomb. And the champion has been pretty dominant in this match so far. Now sending Marty Wellz into the corner. Oh! Just drops his face right into the turnbuckle. Goes for the pin. One. Only a one count. Marty Wellz very resilient. And now picks him up. But Marty Wellz counters and puts down Adam Mays. And now Adam Mays, huge uppercut. Oh, and a big single leg drop kick. And now just showing off. And now, oh, huge knee to the side of the face. Huge knee to the side of the face. And now, he's going for something big here. Oh, big running kick to the face. Now picks up Marty Wellz. Went for the edge of chaos. Got reversed. But now it's Adam Mays who reverses. Once again, goes for a big, kick to the face. Another one. Now picks him up. Perhaps he'll try it again. Yes, Chaos's edge. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Adam Mays is your winner off the edge of chaos. And now he further proves his point that perhaps David Bowe is not a very challenging challenger. And so now the question is, how will David Bowe respond to Adam Mays and his victory over one of the members of the Stupidity crew? It is definitely going to be a big match at Clash of Immortals for the Infinite Championship. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our second match of the evening, and here she is, Morgan Shay, one half of her tag team, making her way down to the ring, and she and her tag team partner, well, they have their hands full tonight. As we all know, Morgan Shay's tag team partner, Erin Cassidy, well, of course, they both will have to compete against one of the toughest teams to face in the tournament. Currently the second place team, really, the Cosplay Bays, who, of course, have only lost to one team, and that is the undefeated team of Bad and Backwoods. A huge match that was, and perhaps tonight we will see some sort of upset from Erin Cassidy and Morgan Shay. It would be a huge upset if Morgan Shay and Erin Cassidy could knock off the Cosplay Bays, but of course, no one has been able to do that but the one team undefeated right now, and so anything can happen tonight as we patiently await for Erin Cassidy to make herself known. And huge, as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the women's tag team extravaganza. And of course, you're not going to want to miss Friday if you're hugely into the women's tag team extravaganza series, or tournament rather, because Friday will be yet another huge matchup as the crowd favorites and the biggest underdogs in the tournament, Haley J and Samantha Coach, will take on the undefeated team of Brittany Riggs and Breland Dubbin, also known as Bad and Backwoods. And so we will see exactly how that match will play out Friday on Friday Night Fights. So now the question remains: if the Cosplay Bays win tonight, can they hope that Haley J and Samantha Coach knock off Bad and Backwoods? That is the question. Because the only way the Cosplay Bays now stand a chance is for Bad and Backwoods to either lose their match Friday, or lose their match in the next block of the tournament. Otherwise, this tournament will be over, and Bad and Backwoods will be the second qualifying team for the women's tag titles. And so this, in theory, is probably, or could be, the biggest match of the Cosplay Bays tournament bracket so far. I mean, I know they had a huge match with Bad and Backwoods and did lose. But at this point, losing this match would essentially seal the fate of the Cosplay Bays. That is, unless Bad and Backwoods lose their next 2 matches, which is possible, but according to many is unlikely. So we will have to see exactly how this goes. And so let's get ready for this action. It's going to be Morgan Shay and Mariah Marie kicking it off. And here we go. Oh, huge spinning back kick. Goes for the pin immediately. Not even a 1 count. And now Mariah Marie wrapping her up. And going for a huge submission. But it is Morgan Shay who gets out of it quickly. Oh, huge reversal for Mariah Marie into that big DDT. And now putting Morgan Shay up in that tree of woe. And of course, not really capitalizing on it, but there's a big kick to the upper chest. And now it is Morgan Shay with the reversal. And Mariah Marie gets reversed here again. And a huge backbreaker slam, or throw. I was going to say slam, but that was more of a throw from Morgan Shay. And now she'll tag in her tag team partner, Erin Cassidy. And now Mariah Marie won't take the chance. She'll tag in Meg Ted. But it's Erin Cassidy quickly on the assault. Oh, huge stomp to the arm. And now dragging her away from her tag team partner. Big kick to the gut. And now dragging her away from her corner. Smart tag team wrestling for Erin Cassidy. Oh, and a big counter clothesline for Meg Ted. Flurry of kicks. Oh, and 1 to that shoulder. Now picks her up. Sends her off the ropes, and a huge single leg drop kick. And now, perhaps, nope, never mind. Erin Cassidy with a big reversal. Picks up Meg Ted. And now it's Meg Ted with the huge reversal. Oh, huge flipping clothesline. And instantly tags to Morgan Shay. Big clothesline out of Morgan Shay. And a huge drop kick. Shutting down all of Morgan Shay's offense immediately. And shuts her down again. And Erin Cassidy still down on the outside. Got her up for a big leaping pile driver. Huge leaping pile driver. Picks up Morgan Shay. Sends her into her corner. And now perhaps something huge going on here. It's time for a big neck breaker powerbomb. Goes for the pin. And doesn't even get a 1 count thanks to Erin Cassidy. Oh, huge DDT by Erin Cassidy, but Mariah Marie just shrugs it off. And now Mariah Marie, oh, huge stomp to the chest. Now picking up Morgan Shay. Sends her into the corner. Big European uppercut. Goes for the pin off the big European. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And now it is Morgan Shay who finds herself in a bit of trouble. Drop kick to the back of the head and neck. And now picks her up. And grabs her for a big, oh, face buster across the knees. Goes for the pin off of that. 1, 2. Only a 2 count thanks to Erin Cassidy, but it matters not because Mariah Marie's got something planned. Gets her up for a big backbreaker across the knees. Goes for the pin. But Erin Cassidy breaks it up again. And now Mariah Marie rolling her up. Goes for the roll-up pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Off of Morgan Shay. And now picks her up. And now looking for something big. Big power bomb into a pinning combination. 1, 2. Only a 2 count because Erin Cassidy breaks it up yet again. Mariah Marie's tired of it. Oh, big miscue for Meg Ted and Mariah Marie. And now it's Mariah Marie going for a pin yet again. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for the Cosplay bays. Oh, big kick to the back. But Morgan Shay shrugs it off. And now puts her down on the second rope. Gets out of it. Big punch to the face for Mariah Marie. Perhaps going for a big suplex. But it's Morgan Shay who counters. And now Mariah Marie spinning her up. Getting her down. Goes for the roll-up. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Mariah Marie. Oh, big inverted Hurricane Rana. And now Mariah Marie is exhausted, but goes for the pin, perhaps. Yes, she does. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Mariah Marie. And now picks her up a big inverted DDT, perhaps. Yes, inverted. Goes for the pin off of that as well. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And now goes for the big drop kick, but misses it. And now it is Mariah Marie. Uh-oh. Perhaps going for the big double knee face buster again. Yes, huge double knee face buster. Now gets Morgan Shay up. Sends her into the corner. Perhaps looking for something big. Yes, it is. Perhaps it's time for the convention bomb. Convention bomb. Goes for the pin off the convention bomb. And Erin Cassidy breaks it up again. And now Erin Cassidy just continuously interfering in this match. Now Meg Ted goes for the pin again on Morgan Shay. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, unfortunately. And the Cosplay bays could have easily won this match long ago. But all thanks to Erin Cassidy, that has not been the case. Meg Ted going for something big and desperate. Goes for the pin. 1. And Erin Cassidy breaking up the pin again. Oh, big spinning heel kick onto Morgan Shay. And now dragging Morgan Shay away from the ropes and potentially her corner. Morgan Shay now counters on Meg Ted. Oh, big stomp to the chest. All that weight of Morgan Shay coming down. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And Meg Ted kicking out at 2. And now Erin Cassidy on her way in after Morgan Shay takes a lot of punishment. And now Erin Cassidy perhaps psyching herself up. She has been responsible single-handedly for her team not losing. And a big mistake out of Erin Cassidy now. Perhaps Meg Ted will look to capitalize. Oh, big counter from Erin Cassidy. And now Meg Ted counters. Big side Russian. Puts down Erin Cassidy. And now picks her up. Perhaps looking for it. Yes. A big leaping pile driver. Leaping pile driver. Goes for the pin off the leaping pile driver. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Meg Ted and the Cosplay bays. And now sends Erin Cassidy into her corner. And now it is Erin Cassidy with the big counter. Picks up Meg Ted. Oh, huge counter for Meg Ted. And now puts down Erin Cassidy. Makes the tag to Mariah Marie. And what an amazing match we've had. Mariah Marie goes for the pin. Not even a 1 count. Thanks to Morgan Shay breaking it up. And now Mariah Marie's got Erin Cassidy where she wants her. Oh, 1 big suplex. And now goes into a side suplex. And a pair of suplexes. Goes for the pin off the pair of suplexes. 1. Only a 1 count. Most of the damage so far has been done to Morgan Shay by the Cosplay base. So it would be expected. And now goes for the pin here. 1, 2. But Mariah Marie kicks out at 2. And now a big tag to Morgan Shay. Perhaps not the smartest idea. Morgan Shay taking most of the punishment in this match for her team. But of course, Morgan Shay does come in with complete control. Now going up high. Perhaps going to hit something high impact. Some high risk offense. Yields high rewards. Big stomp to the chest. And now picks up Mariah Marie. And now Mariah Marie ducks it. Picks her up. Now Morgan Shay counters with a big forearm smash to the back. But it's Mariah Marie who counters. Picks up Morgan Shay. Morgan Shay now counters. Oh, big face plant into the mat. Big stomp, and now Morgan Shay, perhaps frustrated, slams Mariah Marie's face into the mat, perhaps trying to get her to just stay down, picks her up. And a huge choke slam for Morgan Shay, who is exhausted, goes for the pin off the choke slam. 1, 2, only a 2 count for Morgan Shay and Erin Cassidy, and now Morgan Shay continues to work that head. And now Mariah Marie, double knee face buster, goes for the pin, perhaps out of desperation. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. And now picks her up, perhaps looking for something big, but Morgan Shay counters. Oh, big gut buster. Big gut buster. And now Mariah Marie needs a moment, perhaps to get herself back in the game. And now attacking Morgan Shay outside. Huge suplex on Morgan Shay. And now Mariah Marie makes it back inside. And Erin Cassidy just continuously interfering, thankfully and luckily for Morgan Shay. 7 count for Morgan Shay. Oh, big kick for Mariah Marie on Morgan Shay. Morgan Shay now counters. Huge choke slam again for Morgan Shay. And already this match going extremely long. Big leg drop. And now picking her up. And a big counter for Mariah Marie. Goes for the pin off the desperation neck breaker. Perhaps this is all she needs. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And now Mariah Marie, perhaps. There's no way she clears the ring, and now she realizes that just a little too late. And now, perhaps not wanting Morgan Shay to get any more time, and she's already gotten huge drop kick. And now tags in Meg Ted, someone who's a bit fresher. And now picks her up, a big scoop slam. And now goes up high, perhaps looking for something big, some high-risk offense. And she gets it. Big splash, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, luckily, for Morgan Shay. Oh, a huge step up in Sagiri. And now's got her up. Big inverted suplex. Putting Morgan Shay down, goes for the pin is Meg Ted. 1. Only a 1 count for the Cosplay bays. Now Meg Ted picks up Morgan Shay. Oh, big blow to the back of the neck by Morgan Shay off the distraction for Erin Cassidy. And now, oh, huge face buster for Morgan Shay. Now picks her up. And now Meg Ted, huge counter off of Morgan Shay. Picks her up. Perhaps she realizes what she needs to do. Perhaps it's time to end it. Makes the tag. Perhaps it's time for the convention bomb. Convention bomb. It is the convention bomb. Convention bomb. Goes for the pin. Not even a 1 count. And now goes for the pin again. And Erin Cassidy constantly breaking it up. And Mariah Marie, perhaps that'll teach her a lesson, goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And of course, once Erin Cassidy is taken out of the fray, the Cosplay Bays can win what was a very hard-fought match and battle. But in the end, Cosplay Bays prove why their only loss has been to the best in the tournament so far. What a huge win for the Cosplay Bays. Mariah Marie and Meg Ted. A huge win. And now they continue to secure the fact that if Bad and Backwoods lose one more match, they can still win the tournament. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. That's right. And of course, we have yet another match for the women's division in the main event. As you may or may not remember, last week on Sunday Showdowns, it was Ivory West who took on one half of the New Age Bad Girls, Crystal Luck. A reluctant Crystal Luck, that is. And after the match, Crystal Luck went back to the locker room to her tag team partner, who asked her what happened. That match, you should have won. It's easy. There's nothing wrong with it. And so Crystal Luck responded with, it's not. She's intimidating, and I literally couldn't think straight the whole time I was in the ring. And so Crystal Luck told her, if you think it's so easy, then you take her on and show how easy it is. And so tonight, well, here she is. One half of the New Age Bad Girls, Joni Law, taking on Ivory West in tonight's main event. And Ivory has a huge match coming up at the end of January at Clash of Immortals, when she will take on the women's champion, K.O.W, assuming she gets medically cleared in time to compete and defend her women's championship, which we are still not sure at this time whether or not she'll be cleared in time. We just know that it's possible she could be. And so we will have to wait and find out. But tonight, Ivory gets to focus on one half of the team that will battle for some championship gold at Clash of Immortals as well, because it will be Joni Law and her tag team partner, Crystal Luck, against whoever wins the women's tag team extravaganza to become the first ever women's tag team champions. And so huge matches coming up at our next huge pay-per-view. And, well, we've got a bunch of good matches leading up to that pay-per-view as well, just like tonight. And so here she is, the insane in the membrane, the woman who no one wants to compete against but doesn't have a choice but to. Ivory West, potentially your next K.O.W Women's Champion, all depending on how things work out. If Faye is not cleared for Clash of Immortals, she'll win the title by default. However, if she is, there will be a match at Clash of Immortals for the Women's Championship, which, for Faye's sake, I really hope she's not cleared in time, because even if she does get cleared in time, she won't be at 100%, and, well, nobody should have to face Ivory West at anything less than 100%. And so, Ivory West of course, will be ready for that match, I'm sure, and more than 100% for that match. However, she gets a bit of competition between now and then. First it was Crystal Luck, and now it looks like it's gonna be Joni Law. Here we go, main event time. Oh, what a huge shot to the face. Right out of the gate, Ivory West, dominant as per the usual. Oh, perhaps went for a huge hip attack on Joni Law in the corner. Vastly paid off. Now takes her in a big slam down. And right out of the gate, Joni Law not faring well against the #1 contender of the women's title. Sends her into the ropes. And now Ivory West once again back into control. Oh, hugely working that arm of Joni Law. And now, oh, big kick to the lower back. And a big kick to the chest. Now picks her up. And a huge knee lift to the gut. Goes for the pin on Joni Law. One. Only a 1 count for Joni Law. And a huge kick to the back. And Joni Law already sustaining a tremendous amount of punishment. And a big belly-to-belly. Overhead belly-to-belly, rather. For Joni Law. But now it's Ivory West once again taking control with a big Hurricane Rana. And now picks her up. Huge Falcon Zero slam. Goes for the pin off the Falcon Zero. Only a 1 count on Joni Law. And now Ivory West picks up Joni Law. Perhaps looking. Nope, never mind. It's Joni Law who counters. Oh, huge elbow. Huge elbow. And that takes Ivory West out of the corner. And now Joni Law goes up to the second rope. A little showboating. Not a great idea against Ivory West, but does it anyway. Now picks her up. Perhaps got something in mind. But it's Ivory West who counters it. And puts down Joni Law. And now it's Ivory West with a little bit of showboating. And another huge Falcon Zero slam right on the ropes. Now Ivory West going up to the top rope. Perhaps got something big going. Huge knee to the gut. And now picks up Joni Law. Perhaps something big planned. Big kick to the gut. Going, running, and a huge hip attack. Hip attack onto Joni Law. Picks her up. And perhaps it's time for the end. It's time for a little bit of... That's right. Brain dead. Brain dead. Brain dead. Goes for the pin off Brain dead. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Not very often do you see someone kick out of the Brain dead. And now Ivory West has to be careful to compose herself. Because if she's not careful, it would not be good to give Joni Law an advantage here. Huge punch for Joni Law. And now it's Ivory West who counters. But Joni countering back, perhaps looking to fight her way back into this. Oh, huge kick to the gut. And now it's Joni who counters. Shoves her off. Oh. And now Ivory, huge side suplex. And now it's Joni countering. Huge counter for Joni. And now, no, Ivory West counters. Hanging her up on the ropes. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Ivory West. Oh, huge kick to the back. And now, oh, huge side suplex throw. Goes for the pin off the side suplex throw. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Ivory West. And perhaps now is the point when Ivory West would get a little frustrated, but she can't afford to do that. She takes Joni Law and sets her up in the corner. Oh, huge drop kick into the corner. Goes for the pin off the big drop kick. 1, 2. And Joni Law now kicks out. And now wrapping her up with her legs. But it looks like Joni's going to fight her way out of it. Oh, and it's Joni Law with a big clothesline. And now Joni trying to rally. Oh, and a big neck breaker for Joni Law. And now it's Ivory West who makes her way to the outside. And another huge side suplex slam on the outside this time. And now it's Ivory West celebrating perhaps a little prematurely on the champ, or rather Joni Law on the outside. And perhaps Ivory West will take the count-out victory here. Oh, big kick to the gut out of surprise. And it's a big hip attack. Goes for the pin off the hip attack. But a little too close to the ropes. Big kick, big kick, big kick, and a huge heel kick to the face. Goes for the pin off the big kick to the face. 1, 2, 3. And Ivory West has now successfully knocked off both members of the New Age Bad Girls. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how you can stop Ivory West, let alone if you're K.O.W, who may or may not have to defend her title at anything less than 100%. And I'm not sure that that's going to be good news for the champ at Clash of Immortals. But for now, Ivory West gets to celebrate knowing that she is still undefeated.